Good day to you all. Today we are going to see about the delta modulation. Actually, this delta modulation is designed to overcome the drawbacks in the DPCM, that is differential pulse code modulation. Here the sampling rate is much higher and in which the step size after quantization there is a very smaller value, that is delta. This kind of modulation is called as delta modulation, and in this scheme we cannot send the direct pulses, that is we can send only the difference between the pulses. So if the pulse at time Tn plus 1 is higher in amplitude value than the pulse at time Tn, that means we are usually taking the time Tn. Here we are taking the higher amplitude, that is Tn plus 1. Then here a single bit 1 is produced, that is which is used to indicate the positive value. In the other case, if the pulse is lower in value, that is in negative value, means 0 is used. So positive means 1 is used, negative means 0 is used. Now we are seeing the components of the delta modulation, that is the analog model, and that is the analog signal and digital data, comparator, delay unit, staircase maker. These are the components which we are using in the going to use in the both modulation and also the demodulation. And now the features of modulation. The features means actually this is having more advantages when compared to DPCM and other modulation techniques also. The first one is here the quantization design is very simple, and also the modulation and demodulation. So both the modulation and demodulation process is also very easy. So we can say the implementation also it will be very easy. And the final output waveform, that is the output waveform will be in the staircase approximation. Here we are talking about the step size, that's why staircase means steps will be there. So we are talking about the staircase and the step size. So here the step size, that is delta, will be very small. And final one, here the bit rate can be fixed or decided by the user. And first itself I have told here it both modulation and demodulation, quantization, everything is simple. So here the implementation also will be simple. Now we are seeing the delta modulation. If you are taking one scheme means there modulation and demodulation will be there right now. So modulation means that is generation of the signal. Demodulation means that is deduction or a recovery of the original signal. In the delta modulator, we are having the 1 bit quantizer. In the delta modulation, we are having the 1 bit quantizer and delays and delay circuit and 2 comparators we are having. Here the first itself I have told this delta modulation is mainly designed to overcome the drawbacks in the DPCM. Yeah, right, that in the DPCM we have used the predictor circuit by replacing that we are using the delay TS here. And in the diagram we are having lot of notations. We will see that X of NTS, which denotes the oversampled input. Then EP of NTS, that denotes the summer output. Yeah, we are getting from the summer, that is a summer output, and also the quantizer input right now. So EP of NTS means summer output and in quantizer input. Then EQ of NTS, EQ of NTS, that is which is equal to V of NTS, that is delta modulation output, that we can say it as quantizer output also. We are getting from the quantizer, that's why we are saying is quantizer output. Then X cap of NTS, this is the output of delay circuit. Yeah, we are getting from the delay circuit, that's why output of delay circuit. Then U of NTS, this we are giving into the delay input, that is input of delay circuit. So by using these notations we can form the EP of NTS. EP of NTS means we can say that is a combination of X of NTS and also the X cap of NTS. Two inputs, it's going to the comparator. So EP of NTS will be x of nts minus x cap, x of nts minus x cap of nts, x of nts minus x cap of nts. That's what we are having here. Then the next slide we are having the EP of NTS. EP of NTS for x of NTS we are for EP of NTS we are having x of NTS and also the u of n minus 1 ts. U of 1 minus ts, why we are mentioning here is x cap of NTS which is equal to u of NTS, x cap of NTS which is equal x cap of NTS which is equal to u of NTS, that is here we are getting the u of NTS after delay means u of n minus ts, that's why we are having here. Then the u of n minus ts which is equal to the x cap of n minus 1 ts plus v of n minus ts, and further we know this, the first itself v of nts is equal to eq of nts. First itself we have seen this eq of nts is equal to v of nts, that's what we are having here also. So u of nts, that is without a delay, signal will be x cap of nts without a delay. X cap of NTS is equal to output of delay circuit plus quantizer output. Here the x cap of NTS, they are telling the previous value of the delay circuit. Then the EQ of NTS, that is quantizer output, will be equal to the V of NTS. Hence U of NTS will be the combination of delayed circuit and also the delta modulation output, that is V of NTS is the quantizer output. So U of NTS will be the delayed output and also the quantizer input, which means the present input of the delay unit. So which is equal to previous output of the delay unit. So previous output of the delay unit means u of n minus 1 ts and plus present quantizer output, that is v of n and v of nts. So delay unit output is an accumulator output lagging by the one sample, that is 1 bit. Next we are going to see the delta demodulation. Delta demodulation also, it is containing the low pass filter, delay ts and also the V cap of NTS, and here also we are using the comparator. Here the delta modulator which comprises, we have already seen in the diagram, a low pass filter, a summer and a delay circuit. Here the predictor circuit, here also the predictor circuit is eliminated here and hence no assumed input is given to the demodulator. So V cap of NTS, here the V cap of NTS is the input sample and U cap of NTS is the summer output and X bar of NTS is the delayed output. So this is the input sample and this is the summer output and this is the delayed output. And here two types of distortions are occurring during the modulation or the demodulation. One is slope overload distortion and another one is granular noise. Slope overload distortion means if the slope of the analog signal, slope means slanting lines, we can say no, if the slope of the analog signal is much higher than that of the approximated digital signal over long duration, for a long duration, then this difference is called slope overload distortion. Then one more noise is there, that is granular noise, that is the difference between the quantized signal and original signal. So we are using the both original signal and also the quantized signal. So difference between both the quantized signal and original signal is called as granular noise. It is more or less similar to the quantization noise. These are the two noise, slope overload noise which is occurring here and granular noise which is we are having here. And here one more thing, adaptive delta modulation is there. Actually in distortions, in DM modulation, that is delta modulation, we are having two distortions, that is slope overload distortion and also the granular noise. So granular noise we have seen when occurs occurs when the step size, that is delta, is large relative to the local slope, that is m star of t, that is the quantized signal. There is a further modification in this system in which step size is not fixed, that is in the granular noise the step size is not fixed, that's why this problem is coming. To overcome that, we are having the scheme, that is adaptive delta modulation. In the adaptive modulation, a better performance can be achieved if the value of delta is not fixed. So we are having in the delta modulation, the step size is fixed in a small size, but in the adaptive delta modulation, we can achieve the better performance if the delta value is not fixed. And the value of delta changes according to the amplitude of the analog signal. So the delta always depends upon the amplitude of the analog signal, that is the original signal, and it has wide dynamic range due to variable step size, because it is having lot of step size, because we are not going to follow the uniform step size. And also here the better utilization of bandwidth as compared to the delta modulation. When compared to delta modulation, here the utilization of bandwidth is very good, and here the signal to noise ratio also very good. That's it. Thank you.